They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Come on.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it's going to be second down. He had him, Brock. Throw was on target. Got to help your guy out early in the game, right?
Yeah, it's not on the quarterback. I think we can all see that was a catchable ball. But I've got a feeling he'll volunteer to take some of the blame anyway. That's just the way he's wired.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's out to the 37.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. He has the first over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They gain 11 on that play. And that's a Browns first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Dumped off to his running back. Into the second level past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
Liking 18.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 15-yard line.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Crack all 80.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Jump off, caught by his back. And that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a long, so it's going to be 3rd down.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. Short pass brought in. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard.
Gain on the play. It's
Buffalo
now
18.
4th down and 1.
They're going to try to throw for it. Chased out to his right. And he's got him that first down as he hits the deck safely. They're going to be looking at 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
60 bucks. Ready.
They'll try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
It's a loss of
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Working now from the gun. Finds his back complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Has it in close. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns finish up an excellent opening series. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. McLaughlin sacks on the extra point. And the Browns will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
So with that play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Cowboy, let's go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
You know what I like about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
To the air now on 1st and 10. Gets him on the in route. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
And 3 now. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st down from the 42. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
That's 1 quarter down in our Christmas Eve contest. The Browns on top early. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. Welcome back. We'll begin this second quarter with the Giants in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's going to throw this one. Complete to Hyatt. He gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you could find a completion just like that.
Here we go, set. Hawk 7, Cougar 19. 70 Lion. Turn up.
Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker.
Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Check go.
First down, play action. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands. He dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, they just couldn't quite hang on.
60 Bison, 60. Go.
They'll run now on second down. And only can get his yard here, bro. It's going to be third down.
Hey, that's a run that's whole hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here he goes, third and long. The shot to the end zone is incomplete. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Kate, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Making some progress here. And work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams and a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
On first down, they'll run. And this is through the midfield stripe and onto the Giants side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Ready. 19 truck.
Throwing it on second down. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage. Sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go, Scott. Ready.
They go play action on first down. Running right side. And they bring him down after the player reaches the 26.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready. Viking 18. Check
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Okay, break. Cougar 19.
From the red zone on first. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So that brings up second down.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Ready.
They'll throw on second and 10. He brings it in. Ooh, and he's not going to score, but they're just a yard away now as this sets up first and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Offense in position now. It's first and goal.
Come on, come on. Hey. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Huh.
Going back, it's the handoff. And he's in for the touchdown. The Browns now lead by 10. McLaughlin attack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Browns drive their lead to 11. 14. The Browns have it on the team, and they will kick it away here. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up first and 10. Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up second down.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's second and 7. Another carry for him. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain, so Brock, that means third down coming up.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Let's go. Go. Back to 60. Back to 60.
Man in motion here. Third and long for him here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That's a pickup of 9. And it's good for a New York first down. So that's going to take us, Brock, to our 2-minute warning of this first half. Hang with us. More football in Huntington Bay on its way. First and 10 now from the 46.
Go. 19.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is second and 3.
Here we go, set. Viking it. Ready, go. Let's go.
Back to throw. Finds the in route complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down, New York.
First and 10 from the 43.
Stephanie. Cougar 19.
Handoff now out of the gun. And the hit helped set him out of bounds there after he picked up 7. 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Case, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They give it to him again. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Dumps it off to his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. Timeout calls, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Throwing from the gun here. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Giants moving quickly. They're in the hurry up here. They'll run here on 1st down. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants make it a one-score game before halftime. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. It's got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Shaheed now to return. Escapes a defender. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On the jump.
Down to 12 seconds before halftime as they come to the line. Shotgun snap. They'll throw. Escapes the pocket. And that's incomplete, and it also stops the clock with just 5 seconds left.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it, 2nd and 10. One final shot before the half. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Tyrone Tracy now to return. And he gets it up beyond the 20, but boy, did they plant him a few inches into the ground at the end of that run.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Buying some time left. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
Positive of that effort. You didn't go backwards. Didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on second down.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Hits his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Making that throw in double coverage to a running back, I don't want to live off of that, and I certainly am not going to count on it. Give some credit to the effort it took to make that catch. A whole bunch of bodies around him.
Third and just 2 to go. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. And that delay a game certainly ups the difficulty on this 3rd down. They need 7. Third and long. They're going to throw. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's a money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
A throw left side, caught by Neighbors. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. The run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on 2nd down.
19 Tiger.
Oh, saw some movement there. That's going to cost them 5. So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. The jumpiness backs him up. Now 6 to go on 2nd down. Dropping back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
There's no question, Kate. Big plays down the seam or big tight ends, a fan favorite. But it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Throwing from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. A give now from the gun. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Throwing on 2nd. Throw left side finds Johnson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Finding Johnson once more. Touchdown, New York! The Giants take the lead right away in half number 2.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field with the route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner check, and finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Giants push their lead to 3.
17. Browns, 14.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. So they're going to begin from the 36 as he's brought down.
Ready.
The Browns, nice field position here as they start out 1st and 10.
60 by 6.
They'll throw to begin this drive. They'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Even 25 on that play. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down. Offense in the hurry up here.
60 by 6. 60 by 6. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back now, pressure coming. And the Giants are on him, and he goes down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Come on. Check smash. Check smash. Bronco 80. Dragon 60. Ready.
Looking in the air here. Fits it through the middle. The stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Browns 1st down.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Caught by his running back Judkins. And he's tackled for no gain. We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Eve. It's the Browns football. They're down, but not out on the scoreboard.
On the set.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go. Panther 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's across. Touchdown, Cleveland. The Browns take a 4th quarter lead. Now a try to go up by 4, put it out of the range of a field goal. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Browns take a 4-point lead. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Good starting field position for the Giants as they head up 1st and 10. Handoff now from the gun. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
At the 36-yard line.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Back-to-back carries here. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
To the air on 3rd and long. It's on target to Johnson. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy in midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. They send the tight end in motion. Back to pass on 1st and 10. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Trying to throw this from the gun. He's got a man left. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. He felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. The group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
All set to go now from the 35. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate. And that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Takes the 2nd down snap. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Worked through his progression, nobody available, and by the time he checked it down to the back, oh, you could almost see it coming. A defender there to intercept it.
Because those defenders have clocks too. I mean, we get so enamored talking about a quarterback's clock, but defenders do as well, and they know when that quarterback's holding the ball and holding the ball, likely a check down is coming. That is just smart defensive play.
And they're going to get to him right along that midfield stripe, Brock, as he's sent out. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for a Cleveland 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already at midfield.
Check the Eagle! Check the Eagle! Go!
Throwing now out of the shotgun. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
That's a veteran move right there by a rookie quarterback. You see so many rookies, we do, Kate, who try to play hero ball and force things in every single spot. But he's already wise enough to know how to throw it away.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Back to the air they go on second down. Lee Jenkins on the drop down. And he's going to be drugged down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
New set of downs from 37.
Ready! 19 Charger! 19 Charger!
Give now to the running back. He's going at the 30. He hurries forward here for a 9-yard gain. Second down coming up.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns holding a 4-point lead. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches.
Get it! Viking 18! Hawk 70! Hawk 70!
Working now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. But you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative,
come on.
and this guy is.
Panther 60! Panther 60! Cougar 19!
It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. That's some decent running there. Gets him 4. It's going to be second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go, set! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, Judkins. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down. Timeout called, and that's going to be the 2nd for New York. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4.
Red! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw. And the screen pass for Judkins. And this spot is going to be close, but he does not have that first. They're going to face 4th and short. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And that's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now.
Ready, ready.
Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4.
Ready, ready. Ready.
He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks and may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
Go.
Here's a design run. So the Browns come away with the win. Well, Brock, we both thought coming into this one that it was going to be a tough hill to climb, going up against one of the better defenses in the NFL. But these guys looked and said, hill? What hill?
And you know what? I think that happens over the course of this week. Sometimes when you know what you're facing, Kate, and you're watching tape and it's a really good defense, you know you got to be on your game. And this offense certainly was today.
So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's a well-earned win for the Browns. As with that, we'll sign off from Cleveland.